You know how much rejection I face every day. But in this business of show, you have to have the heart of an angel and the hide of an elephant.
Am I in a completely different outfit? Yes. Are you gonna mind your business? Also, yes. Hi, welcome. Would you like a grape? Anywho, I have my iPad here because, I don't know, I want to feel a bit more professional, but I would still like something to like touch and do all that and have like a barrier between like me and like whatever audience watches this. But 1 minute. So, oh my god, let me move a bit. So it's no secret that we're cleaning my room right now, and it's like the blankest it could get, right? Because I don't think it could get blanker than like white walls. And I don't know, it's super random that like I always feel this at like any like big milestone that I'm crossing. I only have like 4 first days of college, and I'm already like approaching my 3rd one this upcoming Wednesday. And I don't know, it's kind of also something that I've been dealing with this whole summer, which is kind of trying to negotiate with myself like what my personality, I guess, is. And I don't know. I don't think I've realized that yet, but also, like, aside from realizing what my personality is, it's like expressing the few parts of my personality that I do have with me. I think my dad is back in the house anyway. And I think part of that is like part of this whole journey is like kind of showing my personality, and I've always like tended to stray away from doing that. Like every bedroom that I've had has always had like blank walls with rarely anything hung up. Like I didn't have any photos. I mean, in general as a family we only have like 1 set of family photos, and that was even before like my brother was born, and when I was like literally around his age, so around like 7, 8, maybe 10, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I think I was 7. Anyway, so I don't know, just like kind of sitting here taking record of like basically everything that I own, because I don't know, I'm just kind of like the individual who I need to have my whole closet sprawled out in front of me for me to be able to pick up like one outfit for one day. And I don't know, I think it's kind of just like seeing what my style is, seeing what my room is. Also, I've hung out a bunch in my room because I was very unemployed for majority of the summer. And also, I don't know, I've just been staring every single day at these like LEDs. I don't think you can see them, but I have LEDs back when like during COVID everybody had them, and I lost like the little thing that like plugs into them to make them turn on. So I only use like the ugly horrendous white light up on top. And I don't know, I always stare at my room, and I always say that I'll like decorate it at some point, but I never do. But I'm trying to live a more like intentional life, and I think part of living this like part of living this more intentional life is like not really procrastinating on things, and like doing the things that give me life and give me energy, I guess. I mean, also I think it's doing things that scare me a bit, because I've had like from basically the beginning of May till now to do any and all Arabic, but I haven't done any of it. And that's like one thing that I've kept like beating myself up on, but I still never started it. And it's the exact same thing with my room. I've always stared at my walls, thought that they don't look good, especially this wall right here, because back when I used to have a bed frame, which I broke, it rubbed up against the wall and it left these like oil marks on there. And like the same thing with like this. I don't even think that it's in frame, but like it's like a little pillow that like props up and stuff. It also left a mark on the wall. I don't know. Everything leaves a mark everywhere. but I've always been annoyed at that, and I could always like pick out all the weird little things that I've always wanted to fix about my house, my parents' house, about my room, about everything. I've always been annoyed by some of the marks that I've left on the wall, some of the drawings that my brother's left everywhere, some of the makeup stains that I leave, but I'm always either thinking that I need to do everything like right this second, or I just ignore all of it, which isn't really good, which is actually part of the reason why I'm so proud of myself, that I am getting ahead of this, getting ahead of like doing my room up, trying to pick out a couple outfits, because I only have school 3 days for the first week, and then I unfortunately do have school Monday to Friday. I'm so excited, and I still haven't fit in my independent study into all of this, and I feel like he's gonna tear me a new one, because my independent study is supposed to be 4 credit hours this semester, and a couple semesters ago, when it was worth 2 credit hours, I was chugging coffee, which does not help me stay concentrated or stay awake in any way, shape, or form. I was mainly taking it for like the placebo effect, which, if I'm so weird that, you know, we're not gonna pick up that kind of worms today. Anyway, so I don't know, I'm just kind of scared of that, but I have to like face these things head on, but it's fine. What is he gonna do? Run off and then jump out a window? You can't do that. Yeah, and it's also kind of funny that I'm talking about like facing my fears, but I'm still procrastinating. Oh my gosh, if you have emetophobia, I'm so sorry. ASMR. But yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind. And so, I mean, I'm talking about so many things. See, this is what I'm talking about. I just have so many things swirling in my mind that I either want to do all of it, or like I forget that I have like things to do, and it's just always so great. But yeah, also thank you for like sticking through this and like listening into whatever nonsense I have to spout and espouse. But right now I'm staring at my closet, and I'm trying to really think about who I want to be and who I want to like embody through my clothing. I've never been a person who just uses clothes for their utility. I've always kind of used them I always use clothes like mainly to hide. I love to layer, which like I posted like my first little short, and every single outfit that I wore was big shirt, small, big pants, little top, and a sweater on top. Part of the reason why I do that is because I have hyperhidrosis. I sweat through everything, so I'd rather have like something that I can like fan out a little bit. But like my clothing choices are always from like a place of a smidge insecurity, and a little because I actually like it. I am getting much quieter because my father is somewhere here. I might just move us.